Being surrounded by family is the best. All the smiling faces around me help to keep my head in the present, where it belongs. I don't need to be sucked into the past, where fear lives, a place I get trapped in far too easily. It's not like I knew pain by the hands of those in charge of the community, the cult where I grew up, but I always knew there were hands just waiting to grab me in the sinister corners of our existence. Before my life could be consumed by the men in charge of the community, which would mean my body would be given to a husband I didn't choose, we were saved. I was so close to my soul being lost to the greed and the perversion of men, because at 15, the men were starting to notice me. I tried to blend in, to hide, but I could feel their leering eyes, their impure thoughts and desires, all over my skin like an oily caress. Once we were taken out of the cinderblock compound, I learned what a true family is, one bound by choice more than blood. I found out what a true community is as well, one where fear isn't used to shape it, but love and understanding is the foundation. My sisters and I were saved 9 years ago, and my sisters have shaken off the trauma of our upbringing with seemingly a lot more ease than I have. Chloe, my eldest sister, was the one who had one leg in the cult and one leg out. It is because of her relationship with Higgins Security and Ryder that we were given our freedom. Chloe and Ryder have been happily married since then and have built a beautiful family, one I adore. Ruth, the next eldest of my sisters, was the next to find her forever. I look across the expanse of the field where the 4th of July party is going on to see her husband, Micah, holding on to her from behind. Ruth has a huge smile on her face as she looks at her kids who are playing with the rest of the family's little ones. Micah came into Ruth's life 2 years after our rescue, just as we were ready to leave the halfway house, which specialized in trauma because it was time for us to integrate into the outside world. Then there's my youngest sister, Genesis. Last year, Genesis found her forever with Stone. My youngest sister wasn't touched by the darkness of the community the same way the rest of us were, because we shielded her as much as possible. We wanted her to be able to find the light instead of jumping at all the danger in the dark. When she found her forever with Stone, who is haunted by his time in the military, I started to wonder if we were effective in shielding Genesis from the reality of growing up in a cult. She had always been the bubbliest of the 4 of us, but now I can see some of it was an act because she's allowed it to fall away in the face of true happiness.